So, namaste and welcome everyone for the Chakra series. So, we have been started discussing about the chakras. So, the first two sessions we have discussed about the first chakra, the Mooladhara chakra, and again the second chakra, Swadhisthana chakra, right? So, the first chakra is all about us feeling safe and secure. And the second chakra is all about feelings, right? Feelings and emotions. So today we are going to talk about the third chakra, the solar plexus chakra, or it is also called Manipura Chakra. So it is located in our navel area. It is right in the center, right? So usually it is depicted as the as yellow color, and also 12 petals lotus. These are just the depictions, right? So the main characteristic or the basic right of this chakra is to act or be. That means identify yourself. That means our ego, right? And the issues are basically how we identify is like power and control. So it's all about your ego, your power, or your control. So if this chakra is imbalanced or if this chakra is weak, you cannot manifest what you want in your life. So this is the power center. And through power, you can do whatever you want on this planet Earth, however you want to create your life or however you want to manifest, right? So we all come, right, to this earth to experience many things, to learn many things. So this chakra is very important when it comes to either your power or how efficient you are, or about your work or your ego. So the main function of this chakra is how you see the world, how you perceive the world, how you view this outer world, right? So the second chakra we have discussed, right? It's all about how you feel about your own self, how you view about yourself. Now the third chakra is about how you perceive the outer world. Okay? So if you don't have good self-esteem, what you see is or how you see the outer world will be totally different. It will reflect the same. It is like a mirror reflection. If you don't feel good about yourself, you complain about the outer world, right? So it's like attracts like, or the frequency, right? The whatever the frequency matches. So for this chakra, what prevents you from having a healthy sense of self? So for this chakra to be in balance, we should have very healthy sense of ourselves, right? We should have a good self-esteem. So how do you view yourself, uh, and uh, and your outer world, right? So the ego is, we think that ego is not good or bad, but it is basically, it should be educated well, right? It creates beautiful things. If it not, otherwise it results in the bad actions, but if we use it well, it is good for us, right? So when you see uh, mm, through the telescope, right, you see one or two stars. It takes our telescope, then we can see many stars with our naked eye. This is the same thing. If you take out the ego, you see the true aspect of yourself. The ego, right, it filters always about our own self. So the more and more you educate yourself, you let go of your mind, you see and you realize that you are not just body, but the potential that you have, and everyone will have that potential. So what prevents you from having this healthy sense of yourself, right? The main demon energy for the third chakra is the shame. So in the second chakra, what we have discussed is the demon was the guilt energy, right? You don't feel good about yourself. That is the guilt. Now is the shame, because if you are depending on the outer world. When the outer world don't recognize you, don't give you enough respect as you feel the shame. So shame energy is the demon energy for this third chakra. So what is the opposite of shame? It's the respect. So, respect is nothing but like a self respect that comes from within you, not from the outside world. But when this chakra is imbalanced, what we see is we look from the outer world. Right? We think that the respect comes from the outside, or you chase it. You chase respect from the outside, from other people, from your identities, from your careers, from the power, your positions, right? But the truth is, the respect comes from within you, from the healthy self esteem. So, to have a good self esteem, you have to feel good about yourself, right? So that, which is the second chakra. So that means second chakra has to be in balance, then only the third chakra will be in the balance. So that's how these are all related. The first chakra is about feeling safe and secure. Once you feel safe, secure, then only you can work on the second chakra. And once you feel good about yourself, then you can work on your ego. So these are all uh, related. So how this chakra gets imbalanced? Again, it all goes back to our childhood traumas, right? So some of the, I would say most of the traumas and abuses in the childhood causes this imbalance of this chakra. So, and mostly it is the authoritarian parenting style, right? They always put in very strict discipline. They are not loving, but more of like authoritating in the name of discipline. Then the self-esteem of that child will be broken. So it could cause the imbalance in either way. It could be deficient or it could be excessive. So when this chakra is imbalanced with the deficient energy, so these people, they don't have any say for themselves, right? So the child become the follower. He will not have his own spine, like he's not strong. He simply follows other person. It's like, the sheep following the crowd. So if it goes other way, the in the extreme side of the imbalance, then they become rebel. So usually we see typically in the families where the children are punished, uh, and they will have more of this chakra imbalance, right? It could be any punishments like physical punishment, oral punishments, um, or insulting them in front of others. And without explaining, parents just punish them. It is good that we have to discipline our children, but in a different way. We have to educate them, we have to counsel them, right? Without any reasoning, we just give a lot of punishment which they don't understand, and that will break their self-esteem. And we again criticize children, we finger point them, we name calling, or we compare with the other children. And this is very typical way we do. Very generally we take, right? We call them like, oh, you are lazy, you are dumb, you are lean, you are fat. All these name calling also make certain identities, and that will make imbalance in their self-esteem. So if we compare, anytime we compare children to the other members, remember that you are damaging their self-esteem. right? And even the parents, if they are very angry parents, or they are not themselves emotionally balanced, they are very emotionally frustrated people, or they have their own traumas, that also affect the children, because their psychological or emotional behavior will reflect on the children, right? And the neglecting, which we neglect the children often, and we, especially in this digital world, without unknowingly we are doing them a lot. So either we are on the phone, or we watch TV, we have to work, all these also creating like damage for the children's self-esteem. Other day I was uh, talking to one of my cousin, right? So they take them to a dance class. It's like an hour, 1 hour drive. So uh, their father take them. They don't want their father to come with them, because all the way in the drive, going and back, is on the phone, right? We think that our job is only to take them to the class and come back, but if we are not available to them emotionally one time, it's okay, they can understand. But if you are doing the same thing again and again, it definitely reflects on our children, right? So neglecting the children, all these will impact this chakra, right? And conditional love as well. So we do, like, if you do top on this, let's do this, let's go to vacation. If you don't do it, don't talk to me. We will not do any fun activities. We all will be sad, right? Or such type of conditional love, the way we talk also impacts the children. And if we see typically, the way we think or we talk, these are the phrases, right? Like, I can't do it, I'm not worthy, I must be only perfect, I must not make a mistake, I'm not good enough, nobody loves me. So all these thought patterns will destroy your self-esteem. If the children are kind of talking like this, you have to check about this imbalance of this chakra, right? So this will make children either with the superior complex, if there is an excessive imbalance, or otherwise we see the inferior complex. But though both are the complexes, and it would have an impact on the chakra imbalance, right? So for the superior complex behaviors, typically we see like dominating. We dominate others. We love to control others. And we are always aggressive. We don't want to to others, right? We always wanted to be right. And we it's like, okay, it's my way or highway, it's only my way, like the stubbornness, that arrogant, and we chase the external achievements, like a lot of either career promotions, power, right? And you are extremely competitive, you don't want to collaborate, you only want to compete. And that brings the manipulative behavior as well. So these are the typical the superiority complex behaviors, right? And for the inferiority complex, if there is the weaker side of this imbalance, then people are like weak willed, they don't have any will, they will just follow others. They don't have anything to say, so they will just follow through. And they avoid this responsibility. I don't want to take any responsibility, I don't want to take any in charge, I don't want to lead anything, right? But you blame others. When people do that, you blame. So you wanted to play it safe, and you also are like a people pleaser, right? But you wanted to feel safe, because you don't want anyone to say. See, when we are in the leading position, we have to take certain balance, right? There are different kinds of people. Some would like it, some won't like it, but you always want to play it safe. So everybody has to love you and like you. And you are manipulated easily by others, so you are like a victim personality. because you are in that frequency, you attract such people. So they are more like this passive aggressive behavior, right? Since they don't have any say, they always so typically if we see, right, in the marriages or the best friends or in the family, so you attract the opposite one. So all the inferior complex people will attract the superior complex people. So they try to balance like that. So what happens is when other person is already superior and they try to dominate you, you don't say, you don't stand up for yourself by your words, but you passively show that aggressiveness. You don't show it directly, right? So for example, somebody is not or dominating you in the home, you don't talk, but you show that in your work. Like you don't cook properly, you don't keep your house neat, because you will not say in aggressive manner, but that will show in the work that you do. So that's, you will be like passive aggressive, not direct aggressive, but you have that passive aggressive behavior, right? So the balanced behavior is like you choose the soul path instead of the ego path, right? Where you are more understanding, but ego path is more of an ignorance. So it's like, you look at the world and get frustrated if you are imbalanced, or otherwise you look at the world with understanding, with compassion, right? If you are balanced, like you will have very healthy self-esteem. So you are ready to face that unknown. You are ready to face that unknown, right? And you accept any challenges. You take the calculated risk. You are very proactive, and you question like anything. If you have any, if you don't know anything, you question, and you are willing to learn, and you accept your mistakes. This is a very important. When the third chakra is balanced, right, you accept your mistakes, you take that responsibility, you learn from that mistakes, and important thing is you will correct those mistakes for the next time, right? And you will not be defined by that external accomplishments. So there is always the sense of self esteem balanced in you, right? So uh, this is the main thing you have to check. Mostly when you make mistakes, so we all make mistakes, we all know mistakes are for learning, but think or contemplate, I would say, or self observe how you feel. So when you make a mistake, how do you feel? Do you feel shameful? Are you overly apologetic? Like, I'm sorry, sorry. You say all the time. That means your chakra is imbalanced there, right? Or are you angry at yourself? Or sometimes you become angry at other people. So we typically see most mothers, you are very angry, but you show that in your children, right? Are you really sincerely accepting, taking responsibility, and you desire to improve so that you don't make the same mistake next time? How are you feeling? How do you feel? And at the same time, how do you feel when others make mistake? Are you judging them? Are you criticizing them? Are you comparing them? Or are you okay, let it go? Right? Or you understand that they will learn in their own journey. How do you feel? Right? And even the authority wise, right? This is about the power center. This chakra is about more about power and ego, right? So how do you feel about the persons in the authority? That means you give lot of importance to that power. So when people are in like high power, you talk to them in a different way. You give them respect in a different way, but not to the all people. So depending on the job title, you behave differently, right? So are you doing such things? And is a job title or the position is really really important for you? Then the work, how important is it for you? And how do you measure your success, right? When you perform an activity, when you perform a job, what is the measure of your success? Is it an outcome, or is just you giving your 100% best, right? So you sometimes we give our 100% best, but outcome won't be as a desired outcome. It could be failure as well. How are you perceiving it, right? And sometimes we give our 100%, we do very best, outcome is very very good, but your boss didn't appreciate you, so that also will make you bad, right? So think about this type of the thought personality in you. This way you can understand your ego, or your the control mechanism in yourself, right? um, and how do you even the control, right? How do you manage other people? Do you really micromanage, or you only want to lead, you don't want to fit into the team, you don't want to collaborate, but you only want to lead? Or are you generally proactive? Do you take lead and do the work, or somebody has to wait and tell you to do the work, right? Or you prefer let others take the lead? How is your work pattern, your thought pattern? So you can contemplate on those, and write it down, and you can work on those, right? For this chakra related. And coming to the physical level, we see in our body mostly like digestive issues, ulcers, and even the diabetes. Right? Diabetes is also coming from the power area. So you have poor eating disorders. You don't make the discipline in the eating. So these are the typical physical diseases we see when this chakra is imbalanced. So, so what do we have to do for this chakra to be imbalanced? Obviously, the meditation, right? More and more meditation, regular meditation is very, very important. And the other thing is that take responsibility for yourself. We all know we create our own reality, right? So whatever happens in the outer world, don't blame, don't judge, right? Don't go into the victim mode. You take responsibility for self. Whatever is happening in your life, it is only because of your own thinking, or you create your own reality. Could be other persons, could be the trigger points, yes, but your feelings, your emotions, everything is your own responsibility. So take responsibility, start practicing that this habit. Okay, and always try to connect with yourself. You realize and your own soul qualities, right? Your own uniqueness through meditations or nature connection, being in the present. These are all will authenticate your own self, right? Instead of taking from the others, this will authenticate more of yourself. People will say, oh, this is very good, this tastes very good. You don't have to follow them, right? Authenticate, you be in the present, you experience your own self. So these are the things that we can help ourselves to bring this chakra to be balanced, right? So always be true to yourself. You authenticate for yourself, right? Everyone, we all have this inner power. So only thing is we have to find it and acknowledge, right? It's very very important to understand that no one is less than you, and also no one is greater than you. So you have to balance that, right? But your ego makes you very feel special, but you have to learn, right? You have to practice to see that everyone is special. Your ego mind will take you like, oh, I'm either superior, or it will take you to the victim mode. But we have to deliberately practice. We have to learn to see that everyone is equal and everyone is special, right? So how you feel about your identity, right, is very, very important. So ego is nothing but ignorance and again arrogance, right? So when you are ignorant about your true identity, your true self, uh, then we associate our own identities from the outer world, right? Certain personalities, certain identities. Say, I'm very rich, I'm president, all this stuff, right? I have a big house, I have this many cars. So all these identities comes and from that arrogance arises. So you feel like, you're very special, and you deliberately have to feel you are special. That's how ego will continue to do that. But we have to practice and learn to disidentify or disattach from the mind identities, I would say, right? So many people think that ego is bad, we should kill ego, but we have to educate it and run it in the right direction, right? Um, yeah, so this is pretty much about it. So regular meditation and trying to learn about our own true self and balancing our self-esteem. So these are very, very important for this third chakra, my dear friends.